Miss McKinney,
Yes, Your Honor.
we're back.
Yes.
I hope we are in better spirits.
I am.
Okay, good. And we're not going to allow each other to press each other's buttons, right?
Correct.
We'll
Okay,
see what she
ready.
does.
Okay, so we took the DNA testing, had all that done. Did you all have any problems with that?
No, none at all.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, have the two of you had an opportunity to speak at all?
We've
No
spoken.
way. No.
Lies.
All right. Okay. We spoke for 30 seconds. That doesn't count. I didn't want to talk to you. You came up to me. I tried to end the conversation as quick as possible.
Fear inside the courtroom becomes increasingly tense as Miss McKinney returns to continue the proceedings. The judge asks both sides to remain calm and maintain respect, but unresolved emotions quickly begin to surface again. What started as a short exchange lasting only moments soon developed into a more intense disagreement. With the DNA findings still waiting to be revealed, neither side shows any sign of changing their position. As each statement adds more pressure, the room grows quieter, and the sense of anticipation builds toward a major turning point in the case.
Permission to speak?
Yes, ma'am.
That is not true. He called me and he asked me, he said, look, I don't know which way this paternity test is gonna go, but if you'll just let me put it on you one more time, we can smooth all of this out, blah, 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 all of that crap.
Oh, so that's a lot in 30 seconds.
Really?
No, it was not. No, it's not what I said. But
When he lies, he puts his hand up like that on his cheek.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's a lie pose.
And you
Exhausting,
found
Your
all that out in 72 hours?
I did.
Interesting. Okay. So
you see how aggressive she is about this. This
I'm
is
just excited.
She doesn't need help for her daughter.
Just
This is
come on
about
with the
revenge.
results,
This
please.
is clearly about getting back at me and punishing me for not, I don't know, staying with her forever.
She walks to the stand and shares a statement that immediately changes the energy inside the courtroom. According to her version of events, he made a personal attempt to reconnect and settle the conflict between them. The unexpected claim draws instant reactions as people listen closely and try to understand the situation. She questions his honesty and stands firmly by her account, while he strongly denies the accusation and argues that the claims are being driven by frustration from the past. As both sides continue defending their positions, the discussion becomes increasingly emotional, and the courtroom atmosphere grows more intense with every passing moment.
it's been 9 years.
I know it's been, it's odd timing, isn't it? Right when I have a fiance and have a son, that's when she chooses to do this? Isn't that kind of odd timing here, Your Honor?
I mean, the timing does seem a little interesting.
I just came to the realization that, hey, I can do it alone, but I don't have to do it alone. If he's taking care of his other son and his fiance, that's fine. I don't need him to take care of me or my daughter, but it would be the right thing to do. And that's what he's going to do.
And
If he's the father.
He's the father.
Okay. And you're sure of that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, I mean, bailiff, we have those results.
After almost 9 years with no legal movement, the case unexpectedly returns at a point when his personal life has already changed significantly. He questions why the matter was brought forward now and suggests the timing creates additional doubt around the situation. She continues to insist that her decision has nothing to do with personal matters and remains centered on what she believes is best for their daughter. As both sides stand firmly behind their arguments, the issue of timing becomes one of the biggest points of debate in the courtroom. The judge listens closely as the tension steadily increases and the atmosphere becomes more intense. Then, a surprising piece of evidence is introduced, and suddenly, the direction of the case begins to change.
Got your cashier's check, because I don't want a
That's
personal
not
check.
nice.
Well, I'm just saying.
You can't say that to him yet, though.
Okay.
We
All
don't
right.
know if he's even going to be the father to pay child support.
I know.
But if you are indeed the father, I wouldn't recommend you make a payment today because the order would just be being signed today.
Is there an appeal process even if I am the father?
What would you be appealing exactly?
I don't think that based on the way she's been treating me and based on her selective choice of when to bring this issue up in order to, harm my relationship with my family, I consider that a form of harassment.
He entered the courtroom carrying a cashier's check as a gesture showing he was prepared to contribute if required. The judge quickly stepped in and explained that no financial responsibility could be decided until paternity had been officially established through the proper process. He then spoke about the impact the dispute had allegedly created in his personal life and described the pressure it had placed on his family situation. His comments immediately drew attention across the courtroom and added more intensity to an already emotional case. As the discussion continued and emotions remained high, he introduced an unexpected legal idea that left everyone waiting to see how the court would respond next.
I feel like I should be able to file maybe a restraining order, and that would prevent me from, if I had a restraining order against her, that would prevent me obviously from having to pay for her child support, wouldn't it?
What is that, a restraint?
No, that's not how any of that works. That was really creative though, but that's not how any of that works. So let me go ahead and tell you what the results say.
All right.
Let's get it over with.
All
Give me a drum roll.
All right. It looks like baby McKinney, because we can't say a child's name.
Right.
There is no probability he can be the father.
He followed with an unexpected legal position that immediately shifted attention across the courtroom. The judge reacted with visible surprise as the conversation moved in a direction few people anticipated. Soon after, the moment everyone had been waiting for finally arrived, and the DNA findings were officially revealed, bringing a clear answer to the center of the dispute. Based on the results, he was determined not to be the biological father. The announcement changed the mood instantly, and the room became noticeably quiet as people processed the outcome. Just as it seemed the case had reached a conclusion, another response emerged that reopened the tension and left the courtroom focused on what would happen next.
Say what?
You hear that?
What'd you say, Your Honor?
You
Remember?
laughed at that.
Remember
No,
when you
I didn't hear.
Oh, let me say it a
I'm
little
the
louder.
only white person she's been with.
There is
Remember that?
no probability that he is the father.
Okay, so first of all, no disrespect to you, but the letter looks a little sketchy.
Okay.
It wasn't in a
It's got
legal
writing on
size
it.
envelope.
That's why it's sketchy.
So, and I don't trust him because his uncle is an attorney, okay? And his
Okay.
uncle can do
What does
all
that have to do
types
with
of
anything?
stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I don't even trust that.
Wait a minute, I believe at the beginning, I asked you all how the test went.
I mean,
and
the
you
test-
said, wait a minute, hold on. You said everything went good, right?
Even after the official findings were presented, she remained unconvinced and challenged the outcome almost immediately. She raised concerns about the process and argued that factors outside the test itself may have influenced the final result. To support her position, she referred to a personal detail that she believed strengthened her argument. Her claims created visible surprise throughout the courtroom and left many trying to understand how the information connected to the evidence already presented. As the exchange continued, the attention shifted from the conclusion itself to the reliability of the testing procedure. The courtroom stayed tense as the discussion moved toward whether every step had been carried out fairly and according to proper standards.
They swabbed her mouth correctly.
The person appeared to be wearing PPE and the person appeared to work, you know, for that service. And the test itself went well, but behind the scenes, Your Honor.
And it
a lot
appears
goes
that
on.
these results are directly from the testing place. And he's not the father.
He is the father. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why, Your
Let
Honor.
me tell you not. No, he's not.
He's the father.
He's not. So you're going
You're
going
lost.
to argue with DNA tests.
The examination was completed using the established process, and both parties recognized that the testing had been handled in a professional manner. Even with that confirmation, she continued to challenge the findings and remained committed to her position. As the hearing continued, emotions became stronger, and the atmosphere inside the courtroom grew increasingly intense. She refused to move away from her belief, while the judge repeatedly worked to maintain order and keep attention on the evidence. Despite those attempts, the tension continued building, and everyone could sense that the discussion was moving toward an even more emotional and unexpected.
Hours. He
He
has a
is
tattoo
not
on
the
his private
father.
parts. He was the only
is
one
not
there. I
the
know
father. He is not the father.
Show
How
me a
many
tattoo.
times do I have to say that? No, I don't want to see a tattoo. All I want to see was these numbers to see what the probability was going to look like of him being the father. He is not the father. Now,
That would hurt way too much, by the way.
You have a tattoo.
excuse me, you know what? I don't even see why you all need to be having a conversation right now.
I agree.
Can we
you
do a
are not the
retest?
father, which means that you will not be placed on any type of child support or any.
She speaks with growing emotion while he continues to deny the allegation and stand by his position. Even after the official findings were presented, she keeps repeating her belief and shows no sign of accepting the outcome. The judge returns attention to the DNA evidence and reminds everyone that the results have already been placed on record. Despite those reminders, the disagreement becomes more intense as both sides remain firm in their views. What started as a dispute over paternity slowly turns into a highly emotional courtroom exchange filled with interruptions and rising tension. The situation then takes another unexpected direction when she brings up a deeply personal.
You do have the right to petition someone else who you may think is the father.
There is no one else, Your Honor. It was him. He has a tattoo on his private part. I was with him and the tattoo for 72 hours. I know what I felt. I know what I saw. Okay, it was him.
Well, there is a probability of something else, though.
Okay.
You were probably with somebody else, too, within that previous 72 hours.
Oh, Your Honor, you tried it.
There's no shade.
She continues to insist that no other person could be involved and refers to a deeply personal detail that she believes strengthens her position. In her view, this was information that only someone with direct personal experience would know. Despite her confidence, the judge remains careful and places greater weight on the documented evidence and official results already introduced in court. As the conversation develops, attention begins to shift toward whether personal memories can remain accurate over time and how much influence they should have compared to scientific testing. Just when it appears the hearing has reached its most surprising point, another unexpected detail connected to a physical characteristic enters the discussion and changes the atmosphere once again.
How is it possible?
Because there were like 6 or 7, 8 hours stretches during that time where I didn't see you or know where you were. I don't know what you were doing. You know what? Maybe I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Maybe you don't even remember this other guy. It's possible with the rate you were going in those days. So I'm willing to grant you that you may not have been lying.
Man.
You may
Okay.
not have been lying about thinking that I was the only white guy you were with.
Well, just answer my question. Do you have a tattoo on your private part?
I have a birthmark that kind of looks like a bird. Maybe
No,
that's
it
what you
says
thought.
Mississippi Long. Do you have that tattoo?
Okay,
No.
well, you know what? This is what we're
Never
about
been
to
to
do.
Mississippi.
This is what we're about